Okay, we're going to see how this works. Hello, everybody. It is your baby boomer, Kitty Lane from the Peninsula in Virginia, back with another Create and Relate. I guess y'all know I've been MIA for a few days. So we have quite a lot to catch up on. We have quite a lot to do. I was trying to decide what I was going to do first. Got a slightly different setup now. Um, I'm understanding that people have things that they have to do. I have a different way of learning things. So this learning to edit has been really, really difficult for me. I'm a hands-on type person, and I don't understand computer jargon. I have gone to everything in YouTube University that I've known how to go to, and the jargon that they use is like talking in space language to me. So I'm just kind of trying new things out to see, what I can come up with to bring you something a little different. The very first thing I have to do, first of all, I have another ring. I don't think I've shown that to you. I've had it in videos, but I'm not particularly pointing it out. Um, yeah, so I'm not a person of a lot of jewels, but I do treasure those that I have, whether they are expensive or not. They mean a lot to me, and that's what's most important. I do have a necklace that I am trying to get fixed. It is a cross that my mother left me, and it broke some time ago, several months back, and I really need to get that fixed. So now that we have lubricated our hands, ah, and our hook, I can show you what we will be working on. This cutie right here. I would show you what goes in it, but I'm actually using that to record. So it's not going to work if I slip the phone in here, because then you can't see me. But at any rate, it is a telephone carrier pouch. We might do a little something different for the closure. I will show you how I did this one. This was the most time consuming thing of the entire project. So unless you have that kind of time, I'm not even going to put you through that. Okay? All right. But we will be making the flap. Now, what we need to get started is a hook of any choice, any size, yarn, any choice, any size, scissors, and a yarn needle. It's very little sewing. Um, as a matter of fact, it can be done to where you don't have to sew. You can just use uh, your yarn needle to tuck in your ends. And I think if you do it the no sew way, then you'll only have one, maybe two ends to tuck. The stitch that we will be using is the quilted half double crochet, which I recently showed you. So go gather all your stuff and meet me at the table. We'll see how this works. Okay, guys, I'm back. Hope you can see me okay. I hope. Um, we're gonna see how this works. So, we're gonna start with a slip stitch. Like I said, I am using an 8.0 size hook, and I'm using full worsted weight. Um, because it works up really thick and really, really quickly. This is like last minute gifts you want to give to somebody. This is super for it. And we're going to create our foundation row by chaining 2. And then we're going to yarn over, go into that first back bump, yarn over, pull through. You're going to have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 1. You're going to have 3 again, yarn over and pull through all 3. Okay? So we're going to do that again. Yarn over. You're going under that first chain that you created, only 2 loops there. Yarn over and pull through. You're going to create another chain, yarn over, pull through 1, and then yarn over, pull through all 3. Okay? We're going to continue this until you have 15 half double quilt, well, just half double crochets for right now. There you go. That's 3. 4. Please forgive my yarn. It did have a little coffee spill this morning. This is just for tutorial purposes, so this part will not be kept. And the sugar in the creamer does make it stiff. Now the 15 that I gave you was using the materials that I'm using. If you go with smaller hooks, of course it's going to be more stitches, but you want it to be approximately a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch larger than the sides of your phone. Three, 6, 9, 10, 11. It's 12. 13. 14 and 15. Once you achieve your 15, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. Okay? And this is where we create our working row for our quilted half double crochet. And all you do, you're going to make a half double crochet in that first chain beside the hook, and then you're going to use the first V-stitch facing you. You have an option of 2 V-stitches, the one that's facing you, and if you turn your work to the top, the one that's on top. You're going to use the one facing you. So half double crochet, go under both of those, and create another half double crochet, and do that all the way across until you get to next to the last row, the last stitch. I said row, I'm sorry. Still a little medicine-y headed. For those of you who didn't know, I had really severe allergic reaction. You can't see all of my room right now. I don't really want anybody to, but we did some major moving things around, and we had to abruptly stop because I got really, really sick. And I was thinking it was a virus or something because it was the productive cough. I had everything but the fever. You know, the runs, um, the runny nose. Uh, my throat was never sore, but it was a little scratchy. That was from coughing so much. I had the body aches because of coughing so much. And when you get to this last stitch, you've got a V here, which is what you've been going under the entire time. And if you flip it over, you have one here. You're actually going to go into the one away from your body this time. So yarn over, go under that V. I'm going to work my tail up as I go up the side. Yarn over, pull through all three. Here we go. And chain one and turn your work. Now what that leaves you is still your double set of these here, the one facing you and the one on top, but you're going to have a ridge that was created from that bottom row by leaving that front loop, which is this loop right here. But this time, you're going to use that loop. So you're going to put a half double crochet in that first stitch, and that's how you're going to begin and end each row. And then you're going to yarn over, go under the previous ridge created, skip the bottom part of that V, and go into the top portion of the V, which is actually that middle stitch. You have the V here, the bottom of the V, the middle stitch, and the back loop. So you're going to go into that middle loop, yarn over, pull through those two, yarn over and pull through all three. And that's the start of your quilted half double crochet. So yarn over, go under your ridge, go under the middle loop, yarn over, pull through those two, yarn over, pull through all three. Okay? And you're going to complete your row like that. Make sure you're only going under that middle loop, because it will give you something altogether different. And you can always check the front of your work before you get too deep to make sure you're leaving a ridge for your next pass or your next row. Under the middle, ridge, middle, ridge, middle, ridge, middle, ridge, middle, ridge, middle, one more time, ridge, and middle. And as I said, your first and last stitch is a regular half double crochet. Don't forget to rotate your work back to you so that you're going in the middle and back loop. And that is the completion of row 3. Forgive the coffee stains, but that's how it looks. And you're going to do this for using the same size hook and the same size yarn. You're going to do this for 42 rows. I will see you back at the end of 42 rows. Okay, we got 42 rows done.
When you run from the police, and they tell you to stop,
and what's going to happen is that's going to fold. That's about the height of my phone.
Okay. Do you have anything to say?
Going to have a little bit of a ledge here. Okay. So we chain one. We're going to start row 43. And what we're going to do is decrease on the first and last. So you're going to go under and you're going to, I say front upper post because you're not actually going around the stitch. You're going in the loops. And that's where your decrease is going to take place. And that keeps it from being quite so bulky. It's going to give you a little bit of a bump, a little bit of a bump. And then you're going to skip that first one because you use that one to decrease. And then you're going to do your same stitches across. Sorry about that. And then instead of doing your last one, did I do the last one by mistake? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. I think I did because this one was 13. Okay. And what you're going to do here is decrease in that last one in your loop and decrease. So you should actually have 2 less than you had the last go round. I pre-did this one. I forgot I did 14 on this one and not 15. So I'm sorry. So instead of having 14 on this one this go around, I have 12. I have 12 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So at the end, you're going to chain 1, turn your work, and you're going to work it regular. Your regular half double crochet, and then your quilted double crochet. You're not going to increase or decrease. You just work the regular row. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Don't forget to roll it back to get that last stitch. And this is 12 for me. Should be 13 for you if you followed all of my sizings. And then we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and we're going to decrease this row. So whereas I had 12 here, I'm going to end up with 10 stitches on this row. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and decrease. 10, chain 1, and then work a regular row. Now you can work this down, work this point down as small as you want it to go. You can include a snap, you can include a button, however you want to close this up. I will tell you how I did the other one, but I'm not going to do it. I had nothing to do that night. And it actually took long. Oops, this is a regular. It actually took longer to do that little piece for the flap to go in than it took to do the entire telephone case because it's weaving and I'm not a weaver. So here I'm going to be decreasing my last time. This one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know what I did. There we go. And then, weird, I see what I did. I skipped a stitch. That's the beauty I like about this stitch because it's so easy to catch things before you get too far. There we go. And close out my last. And if you remember, the closing out was to go under that ridge and then under all 3 loops. Make your half double crochet. Under the ridge, under all 3. The ridge, all 3, the ridge, all 3, the ridge, all 3, and the ridge. Nope, this one is just the so this is what we have. And we're going to weave in this in. Now, if you'd like, trying to see what I have close to me. I got so much yarn close to me, y'all. I really do. I can reach to the left. I can reach to the right. I can stand up, sit down, fight, fight, fight. Now, let me stop. So, I will nab a little bit of this varsity yellow before I go any further. I'm going to weave in this in. weaving it in. And being that I want to, I'm just going to single crochet around the outside. And all I do is just make sure I have everything lined up. If you'd like, you can put a stitch marker here and another, a stitch marker here and another stitch marker here so that you know where you're beginning and ending. I'm going to start with my slip stitch, making sure I have a tail to weave in. And I'm just going to start on the side and match up my stitches. And start with a slip stitch. And being that I've fallen so in love with the half double crochet, I am going to just half double crochet around the outsides. I know I look real unorthodox doing this, and I probably am. I'm not the girly girl. Kind of rough around the edges. Please forgive all my background noise. Pretty please. Something about when you say you're recording, it just tells everybody, hey, get louder. I hope I'm not moving out of frame. I really do. I tend to lean to my left as I crochet, so please just bear with me if you will. Now you'll see when I get to the bottom, so that I won't have a lot of ends to weave in, I will have double me a little trim across the bottom as well. Extra one down there in that corner. Make sure I get my little ridge right, and just I'll double crochet. And that one little stitch across the bottom. And the same thing we did on the other side. This little extra half double crochet. And you're going to half double crochet all the way back up this side, making sure everything is always being kept even. And I'll see you when we get back to the top, and we'll add our strap. Okay guys, we're back. And this is what we have. Like I said, you can get a snap, you can do Velcro, you can tuck this on the inside if you want, once your phone is in there. For right now, I'm going to tuck it on the inside so that we can do our strap. And I am basically just going to do a single crochet, a chain, and I'm going to, I don't like really long straps. 48, 49, 50. I will attach it to the beginning over here. Give it a quick 1-2. Snip it. Tighten it down. Take my yarn needle. And weave in my end. In and under. Over top and under. And one more pass over top and under. Dismount. Snip. And you have a telephone pouch. Quick and simple. The one that I made prior, of course I stitched it up the inside so it's a little smaller. And I also used a smaller hook. I think I did 17 across using the 6.5, if I'm not mistaken. This part, I did 3 strands of yarn in 3 separate stitches across the side using the base. So 3 strands at the top, 3 strands in the middle, 3 at the bottom. And I took an excessive amount of yarn on my yarn needle, and I just kept weaving in and out, up and down, back and forth. And every so often I would stop and gather my stitches really close so that it would give it that full effect, and so it would be kind of stiff. It's really simple to do, but it is extremely time consuming. But that is one option. Like I said, you can always tuck it in. And this will hold my phone and my wallet. So if I'm going in somewhere that I really don't want to take a large purse, or if I have to park my scooter because I travel a lot by scooter, then I can put my phone and my wallet in here and my gum and just have this. That'll go in with me, and everything will be fine. For those of you who have journals, other than the electronic journal that you can download on your phone, it'll hold a nice little small journal. So there are many, 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 many uses for it. I did cord this. Please don't ask me how I did it. This was late night when I did this, so I was experimenting with a lot and not writing a lot down. So it came out to be really, really thick and corded, and I like that. And I'd probably play with it again so that I could find out what I did. I would just find a different way to connect it here. I don't like the thick cord and the thin connections. So I would probably get some metal connectors and add them that way. But I like the quickness of these. I like the support, the stability. It's nice and flexible, so stretchy, so you can add other things. But it does offer you enough support that you can actually keep an ink pen in here. An ink pen, a pencil. Yeah. So there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm just going to flip up here. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I had fun making those. I really did. I do want to tell you that I have been super, super, super busy this month. I have made a total of 6 of the turtleneck cows. I have made a water bottle holder. I have now made 2 telephone holders. So that's 9 completes so far this month. Oh, no, 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 it ain't over. I made a chaos blanket. I did. Uh, so that's 10 completes so far this month. And I also made a shrug. I did attach it so that it wasn't just flip-flopping everywhere. You could stick your hands in the side of it for a little bit of protection right here at the front. Um, it does fit down over your head. I will show you how it fits, but the person I made it for is smaller than I, and I don't want to stretch it out of proportion. I really don't. I want it to be very pristine when it gets started, and I'm pretty sure, being that she watches my videos, uh, she'll see it, but she won't know it's hers until she gets it in the mail. But it's just an appreciation for the love and support that she has shown, and I appreciate her so, so, so much. I really do. And I want her to feel the love every time she puts it on, to cover her shoulders and the back of her neck, and it doesn't fall below her elbows, so it won't be cumbersome and in the way. So those are my 11 makes for the month. I don't have $10 close to me, but I do have, um, I said I was going to name this some kind of garden, and I was thinking ice cream garden. It just looks real fun and ice creamy to me. I really, really love, well, popsicle garden, something along those lines. I love the puff stitches. I fell in love with them when I did this. So I'm going to build another wall for these, as I did here. But this one is going to be pink. And I'm going to finish with more front posts, back posts. So, yeah, we're not going to do too many more holes further out, because I think using it as a blanket, when you start getting further out into the fingers and toes, you don't want the fingers and toes going through quite so much. It's real cute when it's right at the middle, but the further it goes out, the more you want to kind of close those up so that it is actually covering you up. So yes, I am working on that. I did find my dark gray yarn, so in about a week I will be getting back to my sweater. I know Joan asks me about my sweater all the time. She's really holding me accountable, and I appreciate it. I really, really, really do. But I did make the hood slash. I didn't want this on the inside. I know a lot of the um, the hooded cows that are being made, the turtleneck or the cow part is on the inside, and that's not what I wanted. I specifically made the hood so that it would fit my head. See how it goes around my face? So I know my ears will be protected and there's no flapping here on the sides. And when I cover up, I'm protected. Also, being that this will be basically used for my scooter, I don't need anything blocking my side views. You know, my daughter looked at it, she was like, Mom, don't you want that? And I'm like, no, because I don't have rear view mirrors on my scooter, and I need to be able to see what's coming up each side of me. So it is specifically designed so that I have my peripheral vision, and it covers and protects me as well. In order to keep the cheeks and the nose and the lips from getting cold, put my turtleneck up and keep it moving. I understand a lot of this is exposed, but I need to be able to see. So I am working. There were a couple of days that I did not put hook in yarn at all. I am not close to the knitted pocket. We were making knitted washcloths with Mama C, and I decided to cut mine off early and make it a pocket for my sweater. So it's purple, it's beautiful purple, and I'm going to make another purple one so that on my blue and gray sweater I will have purple pockets. You guys, I want to thank each and every one of you for 330 subscribers. Yay! I do ask that when you pop in, please hit that like button. Don't hesitate to share the videos. Sometimes if you like, just go to one of my playlists, pop it on. You can put it on mute and go to sleep to it if you like to. I'm still trying to reach those viewing hours, guys. I have a long way to go. Let's see if I can pull it up and tell you all how much I gotta go. Okay, right now we are very close to 18,000 viewing hours. I have a long way to go. I have a long way to go. Let's see. Okay, this one says 674 public watch hours in the last 365 days, which I haven't been a channel for 365 days. But even still, viewing hours goes towards that. And it all helps. It all helps. It all helps. I am going to look into doing more shorts. I can't make a promise, but I'll try. Oh, also, and I don't have those close to me either, granny squares. If I'm not mistaken, at last count, there were 27 granny squares. So that's quite a lot that has been done this month. And the only reason I decided to share my makes now is because February is such a short month. So I'm still in a few days from January and probably a couple of days from March to fill up February. So as of tomorrow, I will be starting my new month's makes. And at the end of the month, I'll show you what I've made for that month. Oh, I forgot to tell you also that I made the crop sweater. I think pictures of that are on the community page. So yeah, your girl has been busy. Your girl has been busy, busy. So 27 squares, 12 other makes. That's 39 makes altogether. And one, two, three, four, because I started another hat today. So four whips, five sweater, two blankets, the sweater, the hat, and then another blanket that my daughter saw pulled out and said she wanted it. So that's five whips. That's not bad. That's not bad. I don't feel bad about that at all. Go me. And that's going through the allergies, baby. I'm just saying. Your girl been doing her thing. But please, 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 please stay tuned. There will be the ASL review coming up. We will also have, I'm going to wait until February to put out the next story time. I think for right now, I might stick with one every other week. So, excuse me, we'll get two a month. Not quite getting the feedback that I wanted from it, but it is something that I enjoy doing. So we might kind of lengthen the stories a little bit, put those out there, give you all a little something to crochet to. Like I said, you don't have to sit down and watch it as soon as it hits. Excuse me, it's something that you can put on in your leisure. You know, maybe it's one of those nights that you can't sleep and you want to sit up and crochet, and you can hear a cute little story by the one and only Kitty Lane while, you're crocheting. It's just something that we can do together, okay? So in the meantime, in between time, you guys take care. Please don't forget to love yourselves. Do not forget to love yourself. Self-love is so important, and it is the greatest love of all. And you can't love others the way they deserve to be loved if you don't love yourself the way you deserve to be loved, and you deserve the best. So until we see each other again, guys, on these YouTube streets, peace.